Can I help it if my child grows 2 inches taller every year? You are grown up. You should not be wearing princess dresses.
But that princess dress fits better than this nightgown. Let me wear it, Mother, only for the summer. This sackcloth will fit me whether I'm 14 or 15. Let's put it away until my next birthday. Now I won't be stepping on the trim.
I don't know what to tell you, child. I'd love to keep you just the way you are. Other girls your age are clumsy. You are the opposite. Who knows what you'll be when the others are grown?
Who knows? Maybe I won't be anything.
Child, where did you get this idea from?
Oh, don't be sad, Mother.
Oh, sweetheart.
It comes to me at night, Mama, when I can't sleep. I don't feel sad about it, and I sleep much better. Does it explain to think of these things?
Go hang your sackcloth in the closet. Put your princess dress on for God's sake. I'll put a ruffle in the bathroom.
No, I'd rather be 20.
As long as you're not too cold. That dress used to be long enough, but...
Now that summer is coming, Mama, even children don't get dysentery in the back of their knees. You're such a worrier. No one my age gets cold, at least not in the legs. Would it be better if I got too hot? You can thank the dear Lord if your little sweetheart doesn't cut off the sleeves one night and run out into the evening with no stockings or shoes. Don't be angry, Mother. No one will see anything.
Too boring. No more. So the rest of us will have to stop as well. Have you done the homework mill of yours?
Yeah, you keep working.
Where are you going?
A walk?
It's getting dark. Have you done homework already?
Why shouldn't I go walking in the dark?
Central America. Louis XIV. 60 lines of homework has equations.
The hell with homework.
Oh, yeah, that and that's your
I can't think of anything without thinking of homework.
I'm going home. Homework for them. Good night, Uncle Bill.
Well,
school so they could give us exams. And why do they give us exams? They give us exams so that we can fail. 7 of us must fail because the upper classroom only holds 60. I've been thinking about this since Christmas. If it weren't for my father, I'd pack a bag and go down home.
Let's talk about coming out.
Do you see that black cat over there with its tail outstretched?
Oh, you don't actually believe in that luck, do you?
I don't know. Where? It doesn't mean anything.
See, I think these little things, everyone calls it Wedekind the Scylla of religious delusion. Let's sit here under the beech tree. The warm wind blows over the mountains. I want to be a young dryad, sitting in the leaves of the highest tree, rocking away all night long.
Button up your vest, Melchior.
I would inflate one's clothes.
It's getting dark. Can't see the hand in front of your face. Where are you? Don't you agree, Melchior, that a man's shame is just a product of his upbringing?
You know, I was thinking about this a couple days ago.
Seems to me to be deeply rooted in human nature.
Just think. You'll undress in front of your best friend, but you'll only do so if he does as well. It's more or less a matter of fashion.
When I have children, both boys and girls, I'm going to start them off by sleeping in the same room, in the same bed if possible, and I'll have them help each other dress and undress. And in the hot weather, they'll all wear white wool tunics with a thin leather belt. I think they should grow up like this. They may be calmer than we are.
I think so too, Morris. But when your girls start having babies, then what?
Why would there be babies?
Here, I believe in a certain instinct.
You take a tomcat and a female, and you put them together when they're very young, and cut them off from the outside world. You know, leave them to their instincts. The female will become pregnant, even though she has no example to follow.
I suppose with animals that must happen.
All the more so with people, I should think. So the question is, Morris, if your children are sleeping in the same bed, and your boys start to have their first impulses, well, I bet anything that...
You may be right, but still.
And your girls, too, when they get to that certain age. Well, not for your girls, precisely. Not that we can accurately determine. Oh, in any case, one would assume, and curiosity will do its job as well.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You'll answer?
Of course.
Really?
My hand to God. One more?
Did you finish the essay yet?
Oh, don't be such a coward. There is no one to see our hero here.
Well, of course my children will have to do work during the day, out in the yard, or they'll play games with physical exertion. They'll run, jump, climb, do gymnastics. And they won't sleep on soft beds like we do. We're awfully soft. I don't think you dream when you sleep on a hard bed.
From now until the harvest, I'm sleeping only in my hammock. I put my bed behind the stove. It can fold up. Last winter, I dreamed that I beat the dog until I couldn't move at all. That's the most horrible thing I've ever dreamed. Why are you looking at me like that?
Have you had them already?
What?
How do you say it?
Masculine instinct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
For a while now, almost a year.
It was like being struck by lightning.
Were you dreaming?
Only briefly. Of legs in light blue stockings climbing. I think they were climbing over the teacher's desk at school. I only saw them briefly.
Gary Smith dreamed about his mother.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Oh, Melchior, if you knew what I've suffered through since that night.
Guilty conscience?
Guilty conscience, agony.
Good God.
I thought I was incurable. I thought I was suffering from some internal injury. I'd only calmed down once I started writing my memoirs. The past 3 weeks have been Gethsemane for me, Melchior.
I was ready for it. I was a little ashamed at first, but that was all.
You're almost a year younger than I am.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, Morris. In my experience, there's no certain age for the appearance of these phantoms. You know that big Lavender kid with the yellow hair and the crooked nose? Well, he's almost 3 years older than me, and Henston Wheeler says he dreams of nothing but cakes and apricot jelly.
How does Tasha know that?
He asked him.
He asked him? I wouldn't have asked anybody.
You asked me.
Oh, God, I did. It's truly a strange game we play, Melchior, and for that we should be grateful. I don't ever remember having a desire to have these instincts. My parents could have had 100 better children than me, but now I'm here and I'm supposed to be responsible for staying away? How? Have you ever really thought, Melchior, how we're born into the storm?
You don't already know that, Morris?
Well, how should I know? I see that chickens lay eggs and I hear that Mama carried me under her heart, but is that all? Even as a child of 5, I became embarrassed at the Queen of Hearts with her cleavage. I don't get that feeling anymore, but now I can hardly speak to a girl without thinking something abhorrent. Melchior, I don't know.
I'll tell you everything. I've gotten some from books and illustrations, but mainly observations in nature. You'll be surprised. It made me an atheist. I told Georg Bersnick. And Georg went to tell Henston, but Henston already learned everything from his governess as a child.
I've read the Myers Encyclopedia from A to Z, and nothing but words and more words, not a single explanation. What do I want with an encyclopedia that won't explain the most basic questions of life?
Did you ever see 2 dogs run across the road?
No? Oh, don't tell me. I still have Central America and Louis XIV in front of me, and then 60 lines of Homer, 7 equations, and a Latin essay. To be successful at the daily grind, I must work like an ox and be as stupid as one.
Come home with me. In 45 minutes, I'll have the homework and the equations and 2 essays written. I'll throw a couple little mistakes in yours, and you'll be all set. Mama will make us some lemonade, and we'll have a chat about reproduction.
Reproduction? I can chat about reproduction. If you want to do me a favor, you can write it all down for me. Write everything that you know, clearly and concisely. And tomorrow in gym class, you can put it in my books, and I'll bring it home unaware that I have it, and then when I find it, I'll have no choice but to read it. If necessary, you can add drawings.
You are such a girl. But whatever you want. Should be an interesting task. A question, Morris. Have you ever seen a girl?
Yes.
All of a girl.
Completely.
Oh, me too. Then no illustrations will be necessary.
At the shooting festival at Lilacs Anatomical Museum. I never thought I would have been expelled from school. It was as beautiful as the sunrise and so lifelike.
I was there last summer with Mama in Frankfurt. You're leaving already, Morris?
I have work to do. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, how the water gets in your shoes. How the wind blows in your face.
Does your heart pound?
And then over the bridge, Ilse said the river is full of branches and shrubs. The boys have a raft on the water, now Peterborough almost drowned yesterday.
Oh, but he can swim.
I should think so. You couldn't swim, you wouldn't drown for sure.
Oh, Martha, your braid is coming out. Your braid.
Let it come out. It annoys me day and night. I may not wear my hair short like you. I may not wear it down like Bundla. I may not wear bangs, all because of my aunt.
I'll bring scissors to confirmation tomorrow, and while you recite, "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked," I'll cut it off.
For God's sake, Bundla, no. Papa will beat me senseless, and Mama will put me in the coal cellar for 3 nights.
How does he beat you?
Sometimes I think they'd feel like something was off if they didn't have a brat like me to throw around.
Marta?
Weren't you allowed to have a sky blue ribbon sewn into the collar of your nightshirt?
Pink satin. Mama says pink is stunning with my black eyes.
I got a charming blue. Mama pulled me out of bed by my braid, and I fell on my hands on the floor. Mama prays with us every night.
If I were in your position, Martha, I would have run away a long time ago.
Just what I expected. Yes, exactly. That's right. At least she will never be able to blame her mother.
What?
Do you know why my mama would say that to you?
I do not. Venla?
I would have just asked.
I laid on the ground and cried and cried. Then my father came and ripped. My nightshirt was torn. I run and stop at the door, and my father yells, "There you have it. She's going out into the street."
That can't be true, Martha.
It was freezing with the door open. I had to sleep in a sack all night long.
I couldn't sleep in a sack if it meant my life.
I would sleep in the sack for you, Martha.
Only if you weren't being beaten.
But you'd suffocate.
The head is free. The sack is tied at the chin.
And then they beat you?
No. Only when there's something special.
What do they hit you with?
Well, you know, all sorts of things. Does your mother think it improper to eat a little bread in bed?
No, not at all.
I believe they have their fun, even if they don't say anything about it. When I have children, I'm going to let them grow like weeds in the garden. No one will pay them any attention, and they'll grow high and dense while the roses look wretched in their beds year after year.
When I have children, I will dress them all in pink. Hats, dresses, shoes, except for the stockings. Those will be black as night. And when we walk, they will march in front of me. How about you, Venla?
How do you know that she'll have any?
Why wouldn't we?
My Aunt Eugenia has no children.
That's because she isn't married, you goose.
And my aunt was married 3 times and she has no children.
Well, if you have them, Buzzlo, would you rather boys or girls?
Boys, boys.
Me too. Boys.
Me too. I'd rather have 20 boys than 3 girls.
Girls are boring.
If I weren't already a girl, I certainly wouldn't want to be one.
Well, I think that's a question of taste, Martha. I like being a girl. I wouldn't trade places with any prince in the world, and that is why I want only boys.
That's nonsense, Venla. Complete nonsense.
But it must be 1,000 times more wonderful to be loved by a man than by a woman, Taya.
You can't tell me that the assistant forest ranger loves Melita more than she loves him.
Oh, but I will. He's strong. He's proud to be a forest ranger because he has nothing. Melita is blessed because she gets 10 times what she's worth.
Are you proud of yourself, Buzzlo?
Don't be silly.
I'd be proud to be you.
Well, just look at the set of her feet. The way she holds herself, how she looks straight ahead. If that isn't pride, Marta.
I like being a girl. If I weren't a girl, I'd kill myself for this.
He has such a beautiful face.
Just like how I imagine young Alexander the Great being taught by Aristotle.
God, Greek history. All I remember is Socrates lying in the bathtub while Alexander sold him the donkey's shadow.
He's third in his class.
Professor Knockenbrook says that if he wanted to, he could be first.
His face is beautiful, but his friend has that soulful gaze.
Moritz Stiefel? He's so stupid.
I could be gotten along with him.
He is embarrassing just to be around. At the children's ball at Hunch and Relo's, he gave me chocolates which were melted. He said they'd been in his pocket too long.
At that same ball, Melky Gabor told me he doesn't believe in anything. Not in God, not in the afterlife, not in anything in the whole world.
God knows I wouldn't like to be in his shoes.
No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I tell you. Laura snuck into the teacher's conference room.
Into the conference room?
Into the conference room, right after Latin class. For the last week, she moved down deliberately. I saw him open the door as I was walking along. Heck, he got devil. I think I left the key in the door. He may be marked by the lockpick.
I believe that.
I expect he might get some afternoon attention. And with the mark on his record beside.
If he's been expelled. There he is. Pale as a sheet.
What have you done?
Nothing, nothing.
Where's Zoe? Made it.
Oh, with happiness, with bliss, with joy.
Were you caught?
I've been promoted. I've been promoted. Who could believe that I would pass that? I read it 20 times. Dear God, I still can't believe it. No, Karen, you know what I've been through.
Congratulations, Mark. I'd be glad you weren't caught.
Thanks, Hanshin. You have no idea what happened. The past 3 weeks, the door has been shut like a gate to hell. And today it was ajar. I snuck in, found the book, was leaping through it, and the whole time I was so nervous.
During all this time.
The door was open behind me. How I got out and down the stairs, I do not know.
Was Ernst Roble also promoted?
Oh, yes, Hanshin. Ernst was also promoted.
So you haven't really lied. With he will make 61, but our classroom only holds for 60.
I've read it quite right. Ernst has also been promoted, like me. Well, it's only provisional for the first quarter, but I will prove to be the better student. I'm sorry, but for once I am not nervous.
How much you 5 marks you don't get to play?
Nah, I don't want to rob you. Oh God, I have to start studying. Believe it or not, I can honestly say that if I didn't pass, I would have shot myself.
Braggart, coward. I like to see you trying to do anything. Come on, Morris, let's go down to the river.
You really believe her?
What's it to you? Let's talk, Morris, let's go.
I cannot understand, my dear colleague, how my best student can be drawn to my first.
Me neither, dear colleague.
Is that you, Venba? What are you doing here all alone? For 3 hours I've been walking without seeing a soul, and suddenly you appear out of the undergrowth.
Yes, it's me.
If I didn't know you, Venba Bergman, I'd take you for a young dryad fallen from the trees.
No, I'm Emma Bergman. Where did you come from?
I go where my thoughts take me.
I'm collecting woodruff. Mama wants to make May wine. She wanted to come, but Aunt Bauer called on us, and she doesn't like the outdoors. I'm alone.
Do you have enough?
My basket's full. There are bushes and bushes of it over there. I've been looking for a way out. I think I'm lost. Do you know what time it is?
Just 3:30. When do you have to be home?
Thought it would be later. I lay in the moss by the river daydreaming. I was afraid it would be evening.
Well, if you're not expected, let's stay for a while. Here under this oak tree is my favorite place. When you lean against the trunk, look up through the branches, it's mesmerizing. Ground is still warm from the morning sun. For weeks now, I've wanted to ask you something.
Actually, not by fine.
Oh, well, I can take your basket and we can go down that path there and be at the bridge in 10 minutes. When you lie there with your head in your arms, all sorts of strange thoughts can come to you.
What did you want to ask me, Monsieur?
I've heard, Venba, that you often visit the poor. You bring them clothes and food and sometimes even money. Are you doing this, or does your mother send you?
My mother usually sends me. These families are the families of day laborers with lots of children, and they freeze and starve when they can't find work. And we have so many things in cupboards and drawers that we don't need. Why?
Do you like going when your mother sends you?
I do. How can you even ask?
Well, the children are dirty, the women are sick, the apartments are filthy, and the men hate you because you don't work.
That's not true, Melchior. Even if it were, I would still go.
Why, Venba?
Because